Hello everyone, welcome to another installment of Vintage Mego. This week we're going to talk about France's 12-inch superhero exclusive, Mighty Mightor. So let's just give a bit of backstory. Pin Toys in France was a division of the Latisse Trading International Company. And they were Mego's distributor in France from about 1977, I'd say, until the bitter end by the looks of things. Mego collectors might recognize the Pin logo. That's because the unsold overstock of European toys was sent to toy stores in the U.S. during the early 80s, and I'm assuming this was just to make cash for Mego. You'll see a lot of Pin stuff with trademark gray heads and red clearance stickers on it from places like Lionel Playworld. A lot of collectors wrongly assumed these were Canadian packages because there is French on them, but Canadian packages have to be bilingual, not monolingual. However, it's a logical assumption, and we still see that every day at the Mego Museum. So why Mightor and not other characters like Space Ghost or Birdman? Well, it seems that Mighty Mightor was really popular in Europe in the late 70s. There's Halloween costumes, plush. I guess a 10-year-old cartoon really hit it in France. It's also pretty logical why they chose the 12-inch line as opposed to doing 8-inch line. Pin carried both formats for the Mego superheroes, and with G.I. Joe still popular in France, known as the Action Team, the 1/6 scale and its price point probably just seemed more appealing than the 8-inch figure. Pin carried a bunch of 8-inch superheroes, such as the Fantastic Four. The 8-inch format just wasn't as popular in France as it was here in North America, and Pin chose to do the 1/6 scale. Mightor is a very well-made figure. He comes with bracelets, unique boots, and of course his magic club. His helmet is removable, and if you look at the top of his head, he actually has that same kind of hole situation that goes on with the 8-inch Mego Thor. The little spike in the bottom of the helmet has broken on mine. I imagine it breaks with mild play. The head sculpt is unique to this figure, and as you can see, his head cape is glued to him, so I don't know what you call that other than a head cape. So there really isn't much ability to copy this head, which is too bad because I'd like to use it for customs. I remember when the first boxed Mighty Mightor was shown to me. I'd say it was around 1999, and I would credit the discovery to collector Mark Huckabone, who was the first person I knew who had it. Since then, a bunch of different boxed ones have popped up on the secondary market, and they're scooped up very quickly by completists. I do not own a boxed one. I found this one out of France about 20 years ago, and it took me about 15 to 20 years to find that missing bracelet. I had only one bracelet on mine, but I didn't mind, and I eventually did track it down and complete the figure. One day I hope to have a boxed one. As you can see, there's cutouts of his dinosaur sidekicks on the back, and that kind of reminds me a lot of the web-spinning Spider-Man, which has targets of some of Spidey's better villains. What do you think of Mightor? Is it something you want for your collection? Let me know at Mego Museum on Twitter or in the comments section or here, or you can hit us up on Facebook in our group called Mego Mania. Thank you as always for watching, and I appreciate your feedback. Take care.